I'm going to introduce Chelsea, who I had the pleasure of hearing her read back in June at the library. And
Start with Jennifer.
Oh, we're starting the first.
Yeah. Jennifer's not paying attention.
Oh, sorry, did I do it wrong, the wrong order?
I had the wrong cue. Well, I had the pleasure of hearing Linda's work, including her fantastic book, which Daniela was just talking about, Dream Street Details. And I actually was in a workshop. That's how I first was introduced to her work, because Daniela used lines from the poem in the workshop. So, her poetry has appeared in numerous literary journals in Canada and internationally. She's the author of the aforementioned Dream Street Details and Reality Wayfarers, both published by Shoe Music Press. Her most recent collection, No Dance for the Dancing Gypsies, that's a good title, was published by Blaybox Books in April of this year. She lives and writes on beautiful Sunshine Coast of British Columbia. Welcome.
Thank you.
What a lovely, intimate little group. Yes, I'm the poet from away, obviously, from the Sunshine Coast. And it looked a little dicey today whether we'd even make it. It was so rainy and stormy, but here we are. And I'm going to start off reading from the aforementioned Reality Wayfarers. And thank you, by the way. Thank you so much for inviting me to read tonight, especially with Daniela and Chelsea. Only light remembers its origins. What your blood recalls accumulates above the fault line. The weight of reason, wind song of anger. The trees, softened by rain, will bend backward. Check your identity card. We are all reality conduits. Feel for a pulse. Remember to press hard enough between the word and the thing, the telling and the untelling. Illusion is the general rule. Distinction between things, a hiatus. Like the light from distant stars, the present will never reach this small square of paper. Language dwells in itself. The truth affords no solution. You will continue to interpret what you already know, and the starlings in your hair will go on singing. Cocktail hour. Like barges let loose from their moorings, everything that has left you, that you have left, drifts past the vanishing point, past Aristotle's 6 elements of tragedy. Who can say what truth means? The dazzle of falling space, the shape of a key, that small ball under the shell. Science explained by magic, or cracks in perception. Once you learn how to unwrap words, you told the same story for years. The birds scratched dirt of small towns still in your fingernails. Trapped in beings roundabout, or some stage trick of reality, the curtain goes up in flames. There is no reason for this, just the always strange, constant forever, artfully splattered with blood. Eventually, reasons, explanations desert everyone. Place the rusted flowers in crystal. Let the host take your arm. Follow him along the crow's shadow path to the party. Wash your body with wine. title of this collection. Reality Wayfarers. You know the story, how the narrative shifts, anticipates departure, like sealing wax, or the broken logic of punishment. The last train gone past, your tears break towns into raindrop windows. Turn up the music. Lace can be so cruel, and summer is really over. Listen, listen, this night is crying. Strangers wait in an endless series of rooms. Stalls in the flea market of being. Reality is bound to nothing but a chain of events, history. Everything is what you already know. Handful of sand, a farewell in stages, or a cautionary tale. You wear an old dress, name tag pinned to the collar. Your pocketbook is full of gold stars. Crows follow the woman you used to be. They will steal anything small and shiny. And these are from my current collection. No Dimes for the Dancing Gypsies. Excuse me, these are brand new readers that I'm having fun with them. Unicorn on the towpath. You are probably wrong about culpability. You hold a child's grief, a dilemma twisted into your own truth. Lights off knowledge. Bewildered upheaval, turn the page, attempt the unknown. There must be some word to soothe. Now, all the light goes out of the picture, never meant to be mentioned. Quiet violence, like pouring heat on feathers. All that restless shifting, sores and wounds, blood-red cramp as the storm of puberty arrives. You are spun webs, old shadows, no gentle touch. Versions of reality remain in this moon spark light. That bone museum of your childhood is the way of madness. Your silence howls. Somewhere a tundra wolf is mocking you. But there is always a first place to look for the lost. Try the floating barge of the alternative with the unicorn on the towpath. In total contradiction, it is a beast of burden, no remorse, no empathy, malignancy at the core. Every day, another booster shot of shame. She loves you not. She loves you not. Your temporary shelter, those periodic doses of poetry are gunned down in the street. Tag, roar it. Trash bin child, you have unlocked the mystery. You were the sin carrier for every lost family. All those sad songs were just woeful timbres in your throat, like the sound of mourning doves. Wanting. Where to place yourself between the language of bitter roots, makeshift shelter, thick cold rain that is not yet snow, curve of this earth, a few forms of light. You are a child up past bedtime. You want someone, anyone, to come back and tell you ordinary, fragile things. Leave a space for beauty. The domestic plush chair by the window. A justification, all by committee. What you do in unguarded moments. Never multiple choice. Just pre-existing drama or mistranslations. Lift the water from the river to the sea. Drink it in. This darkness, its plaid pleated reversible skirt heaviness, baseline magic. In spite of this scenario, these shy syllables are the alphabet's insomnia, a polite suggestion of irony, your search for better reception, a place to practice beginnings or find an archaeology of sadness. What happened after you left? You were dizzy with justice in your small hands, line of bone buttons down your back, red crinoline under blue organza, a walk along the edge, path of least resistance. All of this an apology, some form of convalescence, a murder of silenced crows, a fourth dimension that counts as a loss in your statistics. You dream of indifference, long for it. Home, no home. Spell it out. The scripted raw edit of your life. What erases you has something to do with mirrors. You were the junction box, entry point of light connected to nothing. Oh, how you tried to get the clouds to comfort you. You read true confessions like someone drowning. A child on thin ice with no sense of safety, just a plumb line for the panic. And that home, no home, stands guiltier than any foreign geography where the rumors gather. Hostage to the true story. Memories make myths. Open any window. Read a child's story. Hold it up to the mirror. See the deeper breakage. All the words you cannot afford to write are crowded with reason. Watch how they up the ante. Justify what rages. There can be no call to blood. Here, reality overgrows everything, even this mad sorrow. You know how a broken woman becomes a child again. The body remembers its compass of fury. Lost girls screaming into the wind, banished, gone without a grace. And this is the title poem of this collection. No dimes for the dancing gypsies. The only thing you kept, a paleness that no one notices. Some transported language dedicated to that boarded up house. A fear that grew into you. Everyone has a bearable past. A heart that still beats beyond its diminished capacity to quicken. Your battered faith, worn down to the thinness of Bible pages. You have no dimes for the dancing gypsies. Every morning you take an existential test. Watch that lost child swim out beyond the breakwater. Thank you. Now I'm supposed to discuss my writing process, which is probably the same as what every poet's sitting here, where we get little snippets and we write them down, and then we start saying a few more snippets. And I always have a little snippet book. And it has to be the same one. I'm very superstitious that way. I buy these at Granville Island, and I have to buy them like 10 at a time in case they come back and there aren't anymore, because now I live in the Sunshine Coast, and so I come in and I run to Granville Island and get some. And you can see, this is kind of what I do with it, and then if I use something, I scratch it out, because you don't plagiarize yourself, really. So I keep this. It comes up from, I don't know, something I think of, art, other writers, obviously, conversations. It's an occupational hazard. My husband is always kicking me under the table when we're at restaurants or coffee shops because somebody's having an interesting conversation. So he's writing it down. You never know. I remember once I was having a facial. And it's supposed to be a really relaxing experience, right? Well, in the middle of the facial, these 2 lines of poetry came to me. I was like, oh my God, okay, I don't want to forget these. So I'm reciting them over and over again in my mind while this person's working on me. And then I get out of the esthetician place, and I run to the closest coffee shop and discover that I don't have a pen. So I'm running up to the counter, please, do you have a pen? I'm trying to write it down. And I didn't have my notebook, I'm writing it down. I mean, that's how frantic you can get, right? It's like, okay, and I'm not even sure if those 2 lines ever made it into a poem. And that's the other thing I do is draft. I don't know what the rest of you, but I start something, and it's like this big, and then it becomes this big, and then maybe it becomes this big, and then maybe it becomes part of another poem. And then sometimes the poem is written, but the middle of it becomes the beginning, and the beginning becomes the end, or you just stitch it all together and decide, well, maybe there's 2 lines up here that I'll keep, and maybe that becomes something else. But that's kind of the way I write. But it's a lot of drafts. I must go through, I can't even count the number of drafts I do before I think the poem is finished, and even when I think it's finished, sometimes. I have a poem right now that's out, and they've accepted it, and we came back to me. So I have a couple little edits that I've done since then, right? So I'll send in the edits, and they reply to that. Okay, we'll take those edits, and then we'll send you a proof. And of course, since I did those couple of edits, there's been a few more edits. I think, oh, they're gonna think I'm insane if they send me the proof now. I'm like, oh, wait, it's got to be changed to this. And since it actually is the title poem of the new manuscript, I'm thinking maybe I should still do that. But it doesn't really matter, because most of the time when you get a book, you'll preface it with some of these poems appeared in so and such journal in slightly different form, if that's what you've done. So that's perfectly acceptable to do. And I have to say that my publishing journey, in a lot of cases, and especially this new case where I just got in the Blaze box in the States, that's another issue, having American publishers, which I have, started out with me sending them some poems for a journal. They also did a journal, and the editor personally came back and said, we really like these, we want to publish, I don't know, 4 to 5, so I went, I know they do books too, So I went back to him, I said, gee, since you like these so much, do you think you might want to see a manuscript sampling? He said, he came back and said, yes. So I sent the sampling, he came back and said, okay, where are you going with it? So you just never know. Take every advantage that comes along. If you send work in and they say, we can't use this right now, but please send some more work, send them some more work, because it's, you know, I've been on that side of the fence too, editing journals, and believe me, if you come back, somebody, language that was just not quite there, or maybe you just don't even have the space. A lot of times that's what it amounts to. If they don't have the space, they tell you they want more work, send them more work. I mean, wait a bit, don't send them next week, but send them for the next issue or the following issue. So that's something I would do. So, as far as other things I like, let me think. I'm a big fan of mystery novels. Maybe that's because I read so much literature and so much poetry. It's a big switch, right? If I go away, I just have a pile of mystery novels, which also makes me a fan of any British detective series on Netflix, which I discovered. I was never into Netflix, and then we were watching some series that was on Netflix, but we were also getting it from the video store. I said, you know what? Netflix has a free month. If we go on Netflix, we can actually finish watching this for free. So we did that, but then we never went back, right? We've had Netflix ever since, and I don't think I ever watch any real television other than Netflix. So I'm a fan of that. I love walking.
Walking in the bush.
The hikes now, and since we moved to the Sunshine Coast, it's just a treasure trove of hikes and walking and
She's afraid of bears.
nature, but I am a little bit.